Picture this, you're sitting down to a meal, the table set with your favorite dishes, the aroma of fresh vegetables filling the air. It's a comforting scene, one you've enjoyed countless times. But what if I told you that some of those vibrant, wholesome vegetables on your plate, foods you've been told are the cornerstone of health, could be quietly working against you? Not because they're unhealthy, but because your body, as it gracefully ages, has different needs, different rhythms. Today's love and revealing how they interact with our bodies after 60. Today, we're diving into a conversation that could transform the way you see your dinner plate, offering insights that might just lighten your step, calm your heart, and help you sleep a little deeper. We're talking about 5 common vegetables that, when eaten without care, could be placing unexpected stress on your heart, your digestion, and your energy. This isn't about fear or restriction. It's about empowerment, about making choices that align with the wisdom of your body's changing needs. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's explore this together, because what you learn today could change the way you nourish yourself for years to come. Let's start with a vegetable that feels like a staple in so many kitchens: tomatoes. They're bright, juicy, and versatile. Tossed into salads, blended into sauces, or sliced onto sandwiches. For many of us, tomatoes are the taste of summer, the heart of a family recipe passed down through generations. But here's the thing, as we age, our bodies become more sensitive, and raw tomatoes can be a bit of a troublemaker. They're naturally acidic, and while that tang is delightful in a fresh caprese salad, it can be less kind to a digestive system that's not as robust as it was in our 30s. After 60, many of us produce less stomach acid, which makes it harder to break down foods like raw tomatoes. Instead of being digested smoothly, they can linger in the gut, fermenting and causing bloating, discomfort, or even acid reflux. And here's where it gets interesting. That reflux doesn't just stay in your stomach. It can irritate the vagus nerve, a key player in connecting your gut to your heart. Over time, this irritation can lead to palpitations, those unsettling flutters you might feel at night, lying in bed, wondering why your heart seems to be racing. I've seen people blame stress or age for these moments, but sometimes it's as simple as that tomato salad you had with dinner. The solution isn't to banish tomatoes from your life. They're still packed with nutrients like lycopene, which supports heart health when prepared thoughtfully. Instead, try cooking them. A gentle simmer transforms their sharp acidity into a warm, soothing flavor. Think of a slow-cooked tomato sauce with a touch of olive oil and ginger, or a roasted tomato soup that feels like a hug in a bowl. These methods mellow the acids, making tomatoes easier on your stomach and kinder to your heart. Eat them this way, and you're not just nourishing yourself, you're respecting the delicate balance of your body's needs. Now, let's move to another vegetable that's a favorite in cuisines around the world: eggplant. Whether it's layered in a rich Italian lasagna, stir-fried in a spicy Asian dish, or blended into a creamy Mediterranean baba ganoush, eggplant is a crowd pleaser. Its soft, velvety texture feels comforting, almost indulgent. Especially for those of us over 60. Eggplant belongs to the nightshade family, which includes tomatoes, peppers, and potatoes. Nightshades contain a compound called solanine, and while it's harmless in small amounts, it can be a problem when eaten regularly. Solanine has a knack for irritating the gut lining and sparking low-grade inflammation in the blood vessels. You might have heard that nightshades can aggravate joint pain, but their impact goes deeper, subtly taxing the heart by creating inflammation that disrupts circulation. And here's the kicker: the way we cook eggplant often makes things worse. Fried eggplant, like in a classic eggplant parmesan, soaks up oil like a sponge, adding an extra burden to a body that's already working hard to balance lipids. I've seen people who thought their cholesterol was under control until they started eating eggplant, heavy dishes weekly. When they scaled back, their numbers improved, sometimes dramatically. Does this mean eggplant is off the table? Not at all. It's about preparation and moderation. Try grilling eggplant with just a brush of olive oil until it's tender, not charred. Pear. with bitter greens like arugula or mustard leaves, which help your body process the oils more efficiently. And keep it to once a week, giving your system time to reset. By treating eggplant with care, you can enjoy its flavor without the hidden toll. Next up, let's talk about a vegetable that's practically a health food celebrity: celery. It's crisp, refreshing, and often hailed as a superfood, especially in the form of celery juice, which has been trending for years. People sip it in the morning, believing it's a cleansing elixir. But for those of us over 60, celery, especially raw or juiced, can be more foe than friend. Celery is a natural diuretic, which means it encourages your body to flush out water. That might sound like a good thing, but it comes at a cost. When you lose water, you also lose critical minerals like potassium, which is essential for keeping your heart's rhythm steady. I've met people who started their day with a tall glass of celery juice, only to find themselves feeling dizzy, weak, or mentally foggy by mid-morning. They thought they were detoxing, but in reality, they were depleting the very minerals their heart relies on to function smoothly. The lesson here isn't to avoid celery altogether. It's still a great source of fiber and antioxidants when used wisely. Instead of juicing it, try chopping it into soups or stews, where it softens and blends with other flavors. Eat it no more than twice a week, and always pair it with mineral-rich foods like seaweed, sesame seeds, or a warm bowl of miso soup. These additions help replenish what celery might take away, keeping your heart and energy levels stable. It's a small shift, but it's the kind of mindful choice that can make a big difference. Now, let's turn to a vegetable that's synonymous with health: spinach. It's the poster child for green, leafy goodness, packed with iron, folate, and antioxidants. Many of us have been told to load up on spinach salads or blend it into green smoothies for a nutrient boost. But here's the truth: raw spinach, especially in large amounts, can be challenging for an aging body. It's high in oxalates, compounds that bind to calcium in your system. Over time, this can contribute to kidney stones, bone loss, and even stiffness in the arteries, which puts extra strain on your heart. I've seen people who drank daily spinach smoothies for months, only to end up with joint pain, brain fog, and even irregular heart rhythms. The culprit: those oxalates quietly interfering with their body's ability to absorb essential minerals. The fix is simple but powerful. Cook your spinach. Steaming or lightly wilting it with a touch of ginger or sesame reduces the oxalate content, making the nutrients more bioavailable. Pair it with fermented foods like miso or a sprinkle of sesame seeds to enhance absorption even further. And don't make spinach your only green. Rotate it with other nutrient-rich options like turnip greens or kale, which offer similar benefits without the same risks. By preparing spinach thoughtfully and eating it in moderation, you turn it from a potential burden into a true ally for your health. Finally, let's talk about a vegetable that seems completely harmless: green bell peppers. They're crunchy, colorful, and a staple in everything from stir-fries to raw veggie platters. But green bell peppers, unlike their riper red and yellow cousins, are harder to digest and contain compounds that can act as nervous system stimulants. For seniors, this can translate to bloating, an elevated heart rate, or even restless sleep. I've heard stories of people waking up at 2 a.m., heart pounding, unable to pinpoint why, until they realized their dinner stir-fry was heavy on green peppers. The unripe nature of green peppers makes them tougher on the gut, and their stimulant properties can subtly disrupt the nervous system, which is already more sensitive as we age. The solution: switch to red or yellow peppers, which are sweeter, riper, and gentler on digestion. And always cook them, whether roasted, sautéed, or baked, to soften their texture and reduce their impact on your system. If you have any digestive sensitivities or heart irregularities, raw peppers of any kind are best avoided. This small change can make a world of difference, helping you sleep more soundly and move through your day with more ease. As we wrap up this journey through these 5 vegetables: tomatoes, eggplant, celery, spinach, and green bell peppers, a theme emerges. It's not about labeling foods as good or bad, it's about understanding how they interact with your body at this stage of life. In our youth, we eat for energy, for speed, for convenience. But as we age, we must eat for rhythm, for harmony, for ease. The foods we choose, the way we prepare them, and the frequency with which we eat them all send signals to our body. A tomato salad that once felt refreshing might now leave you bloated. A plate of fried eggplant that used to be a treat might now nudge your cholesterol out of balance. A glass of celery juice that promised cleansing might now sap your energy. Raw spinach, once a daily staple, might now strain your kidneys. And those crunchy green peppers, they might be keeping you up at night. These aren't reasons to fear food. They're invitations to listen more closely to your body's whispers, to adapt with wisdom and care. So, what can you do with this knowledge? Start small. Choose one vegetable from this list and make a mindful change. If you love tomatoes, try roasting them with a drizzle of olive oil and a pinch of herbs. If eggplant is your go-to, grill it lightly and pair it with a side of bitter greens. Swap celery juice for a warm soup with seaweed or miso. Steam your spinach and rotate it with other greens. And trade green peppers for their red or yellow cousins, always cooked. These aren't rigid rules, they're gentle adjustments, ways to honor your body's evolving needs. And beyond the plate, consider the rituals that surround your meals. Light a candle at dinner to create a moment of calm. Take a short walk after lunch to aid digestion. Sip a cup of warm tea to soothe your system. These small acts are like love letters to your heart, your gut, your entire being. What's so powerful about this approach is that it's not about deprivation. It's about connection. Connecting with your body, your food, and the quiet wisdom that comes with age. Every bite is a chance to nourish not just your body, but your spirit, to move through life with a little more lightness, a little more clarity. As you sit down to your next meal, ask yourself, is this food my friend right now? Does it bring ease, or does it create tension? Your body is always speaking, always guiding you toward balance. All you have to do is listen. Thank you for joining in today on this journey of discovery. If this conversation sparked something in you, share it with someone you love. Leave a comment, subscribe, and let's keep exploring how to live with vitality, grace, and joy at every stage of life. Until next time, eat with intention, move with gratitude, and let your heart lead the way.